Hello everyone and welcome to the video portion of Make a Switch, which we call 20 Minutes of Truth. This is the weight loss portion of both the practice and the website. And as the name implies, this program involves making a switch mentally, physically, and chemically. And for those wondering, you can be a Make a Switch member and participate in the program no matter where you live. We got Make a Switch members all over the country. Hey, so why does a chiropractor get involved with weight loss? Because being overweight and consequently over fat is a ginormous stress to the body. And the part of the brain that manages stress is the same part of the brain that manages posture. Better management of your weight means better management of your correction and your alignment. Very simple. And by the way, your spine and all of your weight-bearing joints, thank you in advance for listening. This is information that many people are looking for, but it is difficult to find. So please listen, learn, apply, and don't forget to share. And for all visitors, as always, I invite you to take a look at the chiropractic portions of the website. And if you have not been into the office as of yet, I invite you to call and schedule to come in and get checked. Yes, we help people recover from injury, improve their posture, get relief from chronic pain, and avoid unwanted and unnecessary surgeries every single day. Hopefully we can do the same for you. And just so you know, weight loss and the Make a Switch program is just another of the many lifestyle programs that make up our holistic approach. Others include a comprehensive cleanse, healing digestion, balancing hormones, proper exercise, and of course improving your posture. And if you'd like to learn more about those topics, I invite you to watch the other 20 Minutes of Truth videos that we have here on the website. Now, the Make a Switch program concentrates on getting you out of sugar burning mode and into fat burning mode. Goodbye confusion. Goodbye frustration. Hello to a system of success and confidence. See, the whole point of the system is to stop guessing. Currently, the only tool that many people use when it comes to weight loss is the scale. If it goes down, you're doing good. If it doesn't, you're doing bad, right? And as most of you know, sometimes it doesn't cooperate. And many times you feel like you're flying blind, or at least blindfolded. Am I doing this right? Am I doing anything wrong? Gosh, I did the same thing that I did yesterday. So why didn't I lose weight today? What is wrong with my body? Can't I do this? I wish I knew better if what I was doing was right. Yes, using only the scale leaves a lot of questions unanswered. That's right, that's why we don't guess, we test. We use tools that tell us what the scale can't. There are plenty of factors that are not in our control that will cause the scale to stall. Hormone levels, fluid retention, swelling, inflammation, lack of sleep, a bunch. So with all the things that are not in our control, let's make sure we're on top of the things that we can control. Testing not just one, but many parameters answer a lot of questions. Well, hey, it's just like anything. The more information you have, the more equipped you are figuring out what to do. Sounds like a lot better approach, right? So what is this whole make a switch thing? First, you have to mentally make a switch. Now, the fact that you're watching this is a good indication that you're ready to do what it takes. It's all about mindset. You're ready to possibly let go of some of those thought processes that you've been hanging on that are near and dear to your heart when it comes to weight loss. And follow up with some discipline to do it. Second, you're ready chemically to make a switch from sugar burn over to fat burning mode. And third, you're ready to assume a new set point when it comes to your weight. To make this, not the next time you lose weight, but the very last time you lose weight. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's talk chemistry. Now, if you haven't heard me say it before, you will now. When it comes to weight loss, it is chemistry over calories. We'll check chemistry first and calories second. What are you saying? Chemistry is everything? No, it's not everything. But getting your chemistry right makes it much easier to succeed. And getting your chemistry wrong makes it much easier to fail. Chemistry is not everything, but it is the first thing. So in order to get your chemistry switch over from sugar burner to fat burner, we have to guide, direct, and steer that choice for our bodies away from sugar burn and put that choice of burning fat right in the crosshairs. And the way to do that, we're going to concentrate on the foods that do just exactly that. And to stay completely away from the foods that keep our bodies from making the switch. You'll know exactly what to do when it comes to the three major macronutrients of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Concentrating what those macronutrients do for our chemistry first and foremost. Now let's talk calories. Now don't get me wrong, calories are a very significant part of the weight loss equation. Obviously, calories matter. They just come in second. Okay, so once we understand chemistry, now the question just becomes pace. How fast do we want to lose weight now that we're in fat burning mode? This is where calories come in. Calories help influence the speed at which you lose weight. The faster you'd like to lose, the less calories you take in. The more gradual you'd like the weight loss to be, the more calories you take in. It comes down to calories after you get your chemistry right. Very simple. Now, what are these tools that we use to measure? They are a total game changer. These tools let you know so much more about what's going on inside the body so you can proceed with confidence. We have measuring tools that we use daily, weekly, and monthly. All important, all very, very useful when it comes to our toolbox. First, daily. Yes, this is the scale. Something we're all familiar with. No, we do not use the scale weekly. Daily. See, the key is to not let a few days of the scale not cooperating of what you think should happen throw you for a loop. Just stay the course. Now, the key to measuring your weight using the scale is to do it the same way every single time. The type of scale doesn't matter as much as how you use it. And if you don't have one already, get a good digital scale. Not like that one. They're around $20 and they can be found anywhere. Target, Walmart, Costco, The best way to consistently measure weight is the way that most people do it already. First thing in the morning, after you go to the bathroom, wearing just your underwear or your birthday suit. Don't compare morning to evening, clothes on or clothes off, empty stomach versus full stomach. You get the picture. The scale is tricky enough when you're consistent. Don't confuse matters even more. Now, weekly. This is our glucose and ketone monitor. Now, since the goal is to switch over from sugar burner to fat burner, it would be nice to have something to measure to see if that's the case. Well, you do. This monitor is to confirm the fact that your blood sugar is strong and stable and you're in fat burning mode. Now, while sugar is measured by the amount of glucose in the blood, fats are measured by the amount of something called ketones in the blood. This elevation of ketones in the blood is then called being in the state of ketosis. And it confirms you're burning fat for fuel. And that means you've successfully made the switch over to fat burn mode. This is to confirm that your chemistry is cooperating, even though the scale may not. If the scale stalls and your ketone levels stay elevated, don't worry about it. Now, you may not like it, but that's fine. Just be patient. Now, if the scale stalls and your ketone levels fall, then you need to cross-check with your diet. You need to identify as quickly as possible what took you out of fat burning mode and back into sugar burn mode. Now, the brand of the monitor that I use is called Precision Extra. It's the industry standard. It is the one that nutritionists, dietitians, and professionals use alike. It's a monitor that just uses a drop of blood to measure both glucose and ketones. It's super simple. Now, a good recommendation is to measure both blood sugar and ketones once a week while you're losing weight. But in the beginning and at certain times during plateaus, you may want to measure more. That's fine, that's what it's used for. Now, the best way to purchase it is in kit form. The kit comes with glucose strips, it comes with ketone strips, it comes with lancets or needles that stick your finger, and the kit can be found on Amazon for about $150. And the link for the kit that I recommend is provided at the bottom of the page. See, I got you. Now, monthly, we measure body composition, and that includes body fat. Because a good weight loss program is really a fat loss program. One of the most important parameters when it comes to health is body fat. Now, as we use the scale to measure weight loss, and we use the glucose and ketone monitor to confirm we're in fat burning mode, we use the fat loss monitor to confirm how much fat we've lost. Now, a good brand is called the Omron Fat Loss Monitor. I have found it to be consistent, reliable, and comparable to other fat loss standards in the industry. And they only cost about $30 on Amazon. And yes, I provide a link below. I totally got you. Now, for those that are patients that come into the office, you have the advantage of measuring more parameters than just fat loss. Metabolism, hydration, nutrition, toxicity, and others. For this, we use the bioimpedance analysis because the more information, the better. Now, the program. Now, the Make a Switch program is a combination and a variation of the 3 very best programs that I've discovered when it comes to weight loss. Each one of these individually is very good on its own, instructing you on what to eat, when to eat, and how much to eat. But combining these 3, you got the trifecta. Scientifically based, chemistry based, clinically based, time tested. It's a very structured approach. Each one has its own set of rules and guidelines. And we're combining all of these guidelines into one process. Needless to say, the strictest adherence to these guidelines is required. Small, subtle changes can be the difference between little success and huge success. Now, when it comes to weight loss, if you're the, hey, I'm gonna do my own thing person, this is not for you. First, what do I eat? Now, in order to get our body into a state of fat burning mode called ketosis, we're gonna follow what's called a ketogenic diet, but with a switch. A ketogenic diet, or a keto diet, is one that puts the body in fat burning mode, which consequently elevates ketones and puts you in a state called ketosis. Now, the most common ketogenic diet is high fat, low carb. Now, what we do with Make a Switch is we make a switch to that ketogenic diet in a way that accelerates weight loss and results by going through the fat stores of your body. First, what to eat. A ketogenic diet with a switch. Second, when do I eat? Now, as a way of enhancing the effects of our modified ketogenic diet, we'll follow a pattern of eating called intermittent fasting with a switch. Now, intermittent fasting is keeping your eating schedule to a certain number of hours during the day. Locally, the concept of fasting is just part of the culture and well recognized as being beneficial to the body. This is absolutely true, along with other health benefits. And we'll take full advantage of this on the program. Now, with intermittent fasting, the foods that you eat within that time period may vary depending on the source. We will stick to the approved foods that we eat from our modified ketogenic diet and combine that pattern with our modified pattern of intermittent fasting. Second, when to eat with intermittent fasting with a switch. And third, how much do I eat? Now, the last step to enhance this switch over into fat burning mode is to control how much we eat. We keep our calories contained and our foods combined in a very specific way. Most people are horrible at estimating calorie intake. Now, as far as calories, we'll follow food combining, portions, and patterns, yes, with a switch. Now, it's up to you to decide how fast you want to lose weight, and that determines how many calories you take in. Now, when it comes to health, including weight loss, it seems where society goes, medicine follows. For this, I would love to see society take the lead. I would love to see you take the lead. Please get educated and educate others when it comes to nutrition and weight loss. Third, how much to eat with a switch. Hey, and finally, supplementation. And like all supplements, it's designed to support physiology and normal function of the body. With us on the Make a Switch program, it's no different. Now, even when you find the very best program that's right for you, there are still 3 obstacles that could stand in your way when it comes to successful weight loss: appetite, hunger, and cravings. Now, hunger means you constantly want to eat. Appetite means you don't constantly want to eat, but when you sit down, you eat a lot. And cravings has nothing to do with hunger or appetite. It's just the desire to eat something and eat it now. Now, most weight loss supplements are filled with stimulants and suppressants. Not a fan of that at all. The supplement with the Make a Switch program is neither of those, and it's all natural. And really, no matter where you are in life, I'm a big fan of supplementation. Now, eat what you're supposed to eat. Eat when you're supposed to eat it. And eat how much you're supposed to eat with calories. And on top of that, take a good supplement. And if you do these things, you're going to be successful. Now, are you sure? Yeah, pretty sure. Well, how sure? Well, I'm sure enough to have people watch me walk through the program on a weekly basis. So I'll summarize with you now the very program that I just talked about, so you can see how I use the tools on the Make a Switch program to put me in the winner's circle. First, I ran my body scan of the bioimpedance analysis, or BIA. It calculated my body fat along with all the other parameters that you see here. Now, I will say that one thing that I have seen get in the way of predictable weight loss are those bodies that measure an overload of environmental pollutants and toxins. It seems to jam the switch, so to speak. Not always, but definitely in a significant amount of cases. Now, if you think this might be the case for you, I'd recommend a 28-day comprehensive cleanse from the Section 89 program before you do the Make a Switch program. My numbers were good when it came to toxicity. So for me, all systems pointed to go, including my body fat of 26.3. Second, my blood sugar and my ketones. Now for blood sugar, we consider what is lab normal, and that's anything from 80 to 100. I personally like to see blood sugar between 80 and 90. Now for me, at the beginning of the program, I came in at 95, which is too high for me. It's too close to that lab limit. And together with blood sugar, yes, I monitored ketones. Now, as I mentioned, blood sugar reference range is 80 to 100. And when you're in sugar burn mode, your ketone levels are going to be all the way down to 0.1 or 0.2. That's me. Now, as the chemical switch happens in your body from sugar burn over to fat burn, the numbers for both glucose and ketones, they'll switch as well. Ketones will go from routine to elevated. And quite possibly, blood sugar will go from elevated down to routine. Now, when switching over to fat burn mode, ketones go from 0.1 or 0.2 and elevate to what is considered a strong range of 1 to 3. Now, officially, anything over 0.5 is considered elevated ketones. And if you have only 10 or 15 pounds to lose, you may go into a gentle, shallow, more mild ketosis, say anywhere from 0.5 to 1.5. Whereas if you had much more weight to lose like myself, you will probably go much deeper into ketosis, 1.5 up to 3.5, or even a little higher. Just depends. Now, my ketones during the program elevated consistently. So as my ketones went up, yes, my blood sugar came down from 95 and stabilized into the 70s consistently. Now, why is the glucose and ketone monitor such a valuable tool? Because you'll plateau. I plateau, you plateau, everybody plateaus, and we all despise it. Now, we can plateau from things that are out of our control, or we can plateau from things that are in our control. Yes, our diet. So the glucose and ketone monitor gives voice to what the scale can't tell us. If we're doing something that kicks us out of fat burning mode, we adjust. Or if we're locked into fat burning mode, we're patient and we just continue. Now, the part that's most uncomfortable of the whole thing, but I think it's a huge part of the process. Yes, the pictures! Now, in total, I lost 47 pounds in 56 days. So right now, I can see some people getting excited about the possibility. And for others, I can almost hear the screams of protests and outcries. When you lose weight like that, you gain it all back. Well then great, lose it slower. I don't care. Do whatever's good for you. The important thing is to just make a switch. Just remember this. I don't care who you are. If you go back to eating the way you did to get you fat in the first place, you're going to gain it back no matter how fast or how slow you took it off. If you take weight off slowly, it doesn't make you immune from gaining the weight back. Come on now. And the pictures are not just from the front. Take one from the side and take one from the back. Okay, so how much does it cost and what do you get? Now, as I mentioned before, the cost of the glucose ketone monitor, the Precision Extra, is about $150. And the cost of the fat loss monitor is about $30, both on Amazon. And those you'll keep, use, share for years. I've had mine for a few years now and it works just as good as the day I bought it. Now, the program itself, yes, it does come with a handbook, access to our Make a Switch members Facebook page, very valuable. This is where you can ask questions, stay motivated, and have access to all others on the program. And a 30-day supply of supplementation for $159. This is by far, hands down, the most affordable weight loss program out there. I have never been more excited and honored about a comprehensive weight loss program. If you are interested and have questions, don't hesitate to call the office. And if you are ready to start your weight loss journey, order below. Learn what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, and supplement along the way. And then get excited enough about your results that you take the lead and you share. We look forward to seeing your posts. Good luck, and when others ask you what you're doing, just tell them you made a switch because it is chemistry over calories every single time.